Oh, hey, come here. I want to show you something. Okay, here we go. This is something that I hold dear to my heart because it's from our brother Tim. This is his guitar. And this is the guitar that he bought in Japan when he was traveling the world as a college student. So this guitar is pretty old, but I knew I would get it when he told me when he was dying that I want you to have this, brother. And it makes sense. I'm the only other guitarist in the family. So I was thrilled to death to receive it, and it's very special to me. And you can see the traveling stickers he put on it, the wonderful effect that these have. Each one of them probably tells a story, but this is the guitar. My dad was a Marine, and growing up he was real strict with us, and especially with our hair length. Now, my older brothers would laugh and say, "You didn't have it so bad, Drew," and they're right. My dad kind of gave up a little bit and let me have a little bit of longer hair when I was in high school. And Tim battled against my dad. They didn't get along too well, unfortunately, for many years, much of their lives. They just didn't understand each other. But my brother went away to college, to St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota. They came home on Christmas time, and he had a beard down to here and long hair past his shoulders. He looked like Jim Morrison in the late years. And I remember seeing him and just going, yeah! He worked in Key West for a couple of years. He worked in a place called Block Island in Maine. And he was planning on being a pastor. He worked at Hilton Head Island for a couple of years. A theology degree. He worked in Breckenridge, Colorado. Yeah, he also lived in a commune out in Washington State. And he was actually very active in the church as a youth. But he bribed the guards and got to climb the pyramid starting at dawn one day. And so he climbed the Great Pyramid of Giza. How cool is that? And he went down to Peru, I believe it was. And he took a motorcycle because he wanted to see what the mountains were like. And on his own, rented a motorcycle and went up into the mountains and rode off. Now how cool is that to just decide to do that as like a 20-year-old? But how that worried my mom after she found that out. Like, my God, what if something happened to you? Nobody ever would have seen you again. Because that's him. That's his shop on Mackinac Island. He had a magic house. And he sold magic tricks. And he wasn't a magician, but he was an amateur magician. And he just did it because he worked there in high school in the late 70s and he fell in love with the place. But it took forever for a shop to open up, and finally a storefront came open, so he jumped in to get a shot at getting a store. And he did research, like it has fudge shops and clothing stores and stuff that everybody sells up there to the tourists. What's not sold to the tourists? And he came up with a magic shop. So he learned amateur magic, and he bought 30-cent to $5 little magic tricks, stuffed the store full of stuff, and he sold it to kids. And that's what he was doing when he died 3 years ago in January. All of us family members got to go up there and stay with him at his house. And we all got a chance to just spend time with him, and that's the best thing after all that you can provide to a family member or a friend is time. And so we got to see him through his ending. And everybody loved Doc. He was a friendly guy. He was happy, and this photo behind me is the one that that's him playing on the stage at the Pink Pony. Once in a while they'd go to him and he'd get up on stage and he'd sing a couple of Neil Young songs or something like that. And he had a beautiful lilting high voice that was it was so expressive. It was just gorgeous, and that was just a God-given gift. He was so wonderful in that way. He's sorely missed. Second take. Blue whispers behind. gonna do another take of this. You know, another one.
Is there a particularly poignant lyric in there that you like that might fit him?
When I get to the chorus, I'll just come up to the chorus and I'll sing the chorus too.
Okay.
That would have been better an hour ago.
Oh.
It's rough because it's higher action. It's a harder guitar to play.
You mean
the way
if the bridge is higher?
Just 'cause the strings are higher off the frets. It's harder.
Sure.
Just because of the age and the style of guitar it is.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little bit. I don't play this one all that often just because of that fact. But I mean I play it just because it's my brother's. Helpless, helpless, helpless. Babe, can you hear me now? The chains are locked inside the door. I'm having a rough time. Damn it. I'll just keep going. He's the one who brought the album Need a Peach into my room and handed it to me and turned me on to music at a young age. He's the one that's the first hippie, the only other hippie in the family. He knew we had a kinship, and everybody in the family knew we had a kinship that was different than everybody else because we were so alike. Largely, I'm doing what I want to do. The rest of the world be damned. He made it okay to make that decision.